Trevor Henderson's creations rank among the most unsettling monsters ever imagined. A towering figure with sirens instead of a face. A cartoonish cat that stalks victims in darkness. A horse whose neck stretches on without end. But here's the unsettling question: what if these horrors weren't entirely invented? What if each one draws inspiration from something that actually exists? Today, I'll walk you through 7 Trevor Henderson creatures and the disturbing real-world ideas that may have influenced them. Number 7, Siren Head. A story once circulated about a married couple who encountered something horrifying near a graveyard. They described a figure with a neck rising as high as a power pole. But instead of a head, it had 2 massive sirens mounted on top, aligned side by side in an unnatural way. From those sirens came terrifying noises. Radio static, distorted voices, shrieks. Sometimes it sounded like a crying child. Other times, like a woman begging for help. People who claimed to hear those sounds said they never escaped afterward. Siren Head is said to stand roughly 33 feet tall, yet it moves without making a sound. It has no visible face, yet nothing escapes its notice. No ears, yet it detects the faintest noise. Some theories suggest the sirens function as its sensory organs. Its body appears partly metallic, partly decayed wood, as if something unnatural tried, and failed, to mimic nature. Here's the reality, though. That entire sighting narrative is fictional. Trevor Henderson created Siren Head as an illustration in 2018. The image spread rapidly online, and over time, people began treating it like a true legend. A made-up creature transformed into modern folklore. So could something like Siren Head ever exist? From a scientific perspective, it's extremely unlikely. But nature has a long history of producing things we once thought impossible. Giant serpents. Deep-sea horrors. Ancient organisms that still puzzle researchers. If those exist, could something equally strange emerge again? That's where things get interesting. Roughly 300 million years ago, a creature known as the Tully monster lived in Earth's waters. To this day, scientists argue over what it actually was. They don't know whether it had bones. Its mouth sat far from its main body. Its eyes protruded from long stalks. It looked as unreal as any fictional monster. Nature has already created something this bizarre once. There's no guarantee it couldn't do it again. Number 6, Cartoon Cat. Cartoon cat stands far taller than it should, its body stretching and warping like living rubber. It bends in ways that feel deeply wrong to look at. Its face is pure terror, bloodshot eyes and uneven teeth stained dark. It resembles a cartoon character, which is exactly why it's so disturbing. The familiarity makes it worse. This creature can reshape itself at will. One moment, it's wearing boots like some twisted mascot. The next, it's something far more grotesque. It lures victims by pretending to be harmless, waiting until they're close enough. Cartoon cat doesn't merely kill. It delights in destruction. Chaos feeds it. Most encounters end in death. Some outcomes are even more disturbing. What truly sets it apart is that even other monsters avoid it. Cartoon cat inhabits abandoned malls, empty buildings, forgotten places. Other creatures refuse to enter these areas. They understand the danger. It can also interfere with electronics, televisions, radios, screens, turning them into tools. Often, you'll see it before you realize it's hunting you. Physical attacks do almost nothing. Some believe it cannot be destroyed at all. Its strength grows as people learn about it. Watching videos. Reading stories. Belief itself fuels it. Here's the unsettling reality. Deep in the Amazon rainforest lives a wild cat species known as the margay. Researchers discovered something chilling about its hunting behavior. It can imitate the cries of baby monkeys. Adult monkeys hear what sounds like their infant in distress and rush to help. But there is no baby. Only a predator using innocence as bait. Cartoon cat relies on the same principle. A friendly appearance. A harmless disguise. Something that lowers your guard. Nature perfected this strategy millions of years ago. A real animal mastered lethal deception long before cartoon cat was ever imagined. The fear isn't fictional. It's biological. Number 5, Long Horse. Long Horse breaks the pattern of every other creature on this list. Most of them want to kill you. This one wants to protect you. Don't let its form deceive you. A horse skull hovers at the end of an endlessly stretching spine. Vertebrae extend impossibly far, twisting through walls, curling around corners, ignoring physics entirely. Strands of dark hair cling to it like remnants of a nightmare. It's horrifying to see, yet completely harmless. Long Horse appears before disaster strikes. It visits people in dreams, slipping into their subconscious to issue warnings. Some believe it can glimpse the future. Others say it can instantly appear wherever danger is near. Strangely, it smells like cinnamon. If you leave an apple as an offering and it turns black and shrivels, that means the gift was accepted. Here's the real-world connection. Across history, cultures have reported animals reacting to disasters before humans do. Dogs howl before earthquakes. Birds abandon coastlines hours before tsunamis. Horses panic and refuse shelter that will soon collapse. Scientists think animals sense vibrations, pressure shifts, and frequencies we can't detect. Long Horse takes this natural warning system and transforms it into something supernatural. A skeletal guardian that exists solely to protect. A rare moment of mercy in a gallery of horrors. Enjoy it, because it won't last. Number 4, Bridge Worm. This creature hides beneath overpasses, waiting in shadow. It watches patiently for prey. Bridge worm resembles a massive worm with arms stretching nearly 9 feet. Each limb ends in bony fingers that bend unnaturally. At first glance, it might even seem harmless. That illusion disappears quickly. A flap of flesh conceals its true face. Pull it back and you'll see rows of human-like teeth. 36 of them, set in a grin far too wide. Its eyes don't move together, darting independently. Looking at it feels wrong on a primal level. These creatures hunt at night, favoring tunnels and underpasses where darkness gathers thickly. The false face isn't decoration. It's bait. Victims see something strange but non-threatening and move closer. They shouldn't. Some believe bridge worms eventually grow into highway worms. As they mature, their limbs fall away. The disguise disappears. They grow larger and harder to notice until it's too late. By then, they've perfected the ambush. Now for the terrifying truth. This creature is based on something real. The bobbit worm. If you research it, you may regret it. This ocean predator can grow over 10 feet long, buried beneath the seafloor. Only its razor-sharp jaws emerge. 5 antennae sense the slightest vibration. When prey drifts too close, it strikes with explosive speed, slicing fish in half. Fossilized burrows found in Taiwan prove these hunters existed 20 million years ago. The fossils show signs of violent struggle, fish dragged underground, fighting to escape. Even worse, bobbit worms sometimes enter home aquariums hidden in coral. They arrive small and grow unnoticed for years. Fish begin vanishing. Owners have no idea why. In 2009, staff at a British aquarium faced this mystery. Traps failed. The creature devoured them, hooks and all. It severed 20-pound fishing line. When the tank was dismantled, they discovered a 4-foot worm named Barry that had lived there for years. The bridge worm isn't just imagination. It's the bobbit worm transplanted from the ocean to beneath your local overpass. Same ambush. Same concealment. Same nightmare. Only one difference, one of them actually exists. Number 3. Breaking news. A skyscraper-sized figure walks through a city, not around buildings, but straight through them. Breaking news stands roughly 381 meters tall, surpassing the Eiffel Tower. Yet it weighs less than a commercial airplane. Something that massive should shake the ground. It doesn't. It moves silently. Its shape resembles a human, but every proportion is wrong. Its neck stretches unnaturally, bending until its faceless head droops forward like a broken puppet. There are no eyes. Nothing to read. Nothing to negotiate with. Its skin absorbs light completely, matte black, nearly invisible at night. You won't see it approach. You'll realize it's there only when buildings collapse without explanation. That's how it hunts. Survivors report flashing red lights beforehand, disorienting strobes that blind you just long enough. When your vision clears, it's already over. Slow. Silent. Unstoppable. But here's the real explanation. People often report seeing enormous human-shaped shadows moving through cityscapes. They don't run. They don't hurry. They simply exist. Psychologists attribute this to pareidolia, the brain forcing patterns onto vague shapes. Under fear, exhaustion, or isolation, size perception can warp dramatically. A static silhouette can feel alive. That's exactly what breaking news represents. It may not be a monster at all. It may be what the human mind creates when scale, safety, and silence break down. Number 2, Mr. Trash Bag. You're alone in a basement. Lights flicker. Something tall stands in the corner. A pale face floats in the darkness, calm, waiting. Not angry. Not hungry. Just patient. The rest of its body is concealed beneath something resembling a garbage bag or body bag. Black. Glossy. Dripping. It absorbs all light below the neck, leaving only the face visible. In some encounters, it reaches 20 feet tall. Yet it fits into attics, kitchens, and narrow spaces with ease. Mr. Trash Bag doesn't walk. It glides, awkwardly, like something imitating movement without understanding it. It appears in abandoned places at night, empty homes, forgotten buildings. Places where screams won't be heard. The disturbing part? It doesn't start as a monster. The theory says Mr. Trash Bag begins as an imaginary friend, especially for lonely children. It keeps them company in dark rooms. Makes nights feel safer. Then the children grow up. They forget. And the entity feels abandoned. When it returns, it strangles its former friend and absorbs them into its body. Unless you remember it. Unless you're kind. Then it remains gentle.
That black plastic covering resembles real body bags, used by police, morgues, crime scenes. Throughout history, people have reported seeing bag-shaped figures moving at night. Most explanations are mundane. Some are not. Mr. Trash Bag may stem from those sightings. The image of something human-shaped wrapped in death's packaging. It's not just a basement monster. It's the guilt of friendships outgrown. Imaginary friends forgotten without goodbye. Some things remember, even when you don't. Number 1, the Sea Eater. The Sea Eater is one of the largest entities in the Trevor Henderson universe. Its true size is impossible to calculate. Estimates place it around 5 kilometers tall, 5 kilometers wide, and at least 25 kilometers long. Some believe it's even larger. It lives in the deepest parts of the ocean, far below sunlight. It's rarely seen, usually by sailors or explorers who cross its path by chance. For most of its existence, it moves with its mouth permanently open. It doesn't hunt. It advances. Swallowing water, ships, sea life, even small islands. Everything in its path is consumed. Seeing it induces intense megalophobia, the terror of immense scale. Witnesses describe feeling insignificant, erased. Its skin resembles whale blubber, yet water passes straight through it, creating an unnatural motion. Ancient sailors reportedly froze in awe upon seeing it. Some ships sailed directly into its mouth, not attacked, but paralyzed by fear. Beyond the mouth, it has two colossal arms, each stretching over 5 kilometers. They appear formed from bones, wreckage, and remains of other giants. It uses them to drag itself along the seafloor, or strike with terrifying speed. On rare occasions, it approaches shore, appearing like a mountain moving through fog. Those who witness it never forget. There is one weakness. It cannot survive in shallow water. Below 1 kilometer in depth, its body decays and collapses. It must retreat to survive. Most sightings occur in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, with rare reports in the Atlantic. Sailors believe its appearance signals disaster, lost fleets, mass deaths, erased histories. The sea eater is rooted in real fears of the ocean. Unseen depths. Massive creatures. Slow-moving forces that erase ships without warning. It isn't a hunter. It's a living abyss. A thing that destroys simply by existing. Which one disturbed you the most? Let me know in the comments. And tell me what you want covered next.